They've been trained to hate you, and they're ready. Ha, ha, ha. See, that's tyranny. The cops may be poor, and they may have their pension funds taken, but at least they got that battle gear. At least people got to give them respect. At least they can strut around. And all the foreigners pouring in, making up the police force, they got real power over Americans they hated when they moved here. It's going to be a lot of fun for every tyrant and every control freak and every dim-witted loser who couldn't produce anything. No, the globalists have got jobs for them. They got jobs, and they want your daughter, they're going to take her. They want your wife, they're going to take her. They want your business, they're going to take it. You speak up to them, you talk back to them, they'll beat you within an inch of your life, they'll gun you down, and the news will call you a terrorist. That's what tyranny's about, is losers and criminals and scum and filth just dominating everyone and getting away with whatever they want. They're turning the planet into a giant carnal house for control freaks and sadists. Plunge in state revenue dashes hopes of an easy budget fix. Legislators were hoping revenue would continue to expand. Projections for stalling deeper cuts and further tax hikes. But April's total was 30% below what was expected, leaving them with few options. State tax collections plummeted unexpectedly. Unexpectedly, you raise taxes on every level and everything implodes. You knew exactly what you were doing. That's right. Siege of the American people. Siege of state and local government. Build them up, get them all bloated, and then knock them down. State tax collections plummeted unexpectedly in April, wiping out months of steady gains that legislators hoped would ease their budget troubles and restore California's economic system faster than experts predicted. Such hope is now fading fast. What was the other article? We gave the 146+ billion to the bankers in Greece, and now it's getting worse. Now they need more. Give them more money, give them more power. That will fix it. And the teachers are saying, you cut my pay, you fired me. The small towns, they're firing most of the cops because, we need state police and federal SWAT teams. We don't need cops that respond to crime anymore. We don't have cops that respond to car wrecks anymore, they're announcing all over the country. No, police are to raise revenue and to have riot police when people protest and to go out and take houses. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, yes, the pirate ships of the New World Order are now cruising through our cities and towns. Oh, they're forging the great army of death against us. Oh, they've done it in so many other countries. Oh, they killed between 65 and 80 million in China. Oh, they killed 30% of the population. U.S. government funded Pol Pot. And Brzezinski brags about it. Oh, our banks funded the Soviet takeover of Russia. Oh, the big banks funded it all. And now they get to have it in America. Now they've got their paramilitary forces everywhere. And there's a little dud bomb they stage with a drill in Times Square. And then they get everybody calling into the talk radio going, I want to give up my rights. I love being searched. I love having questions asked. Keep me safe. I'm so scared. The public just relishing their slavery. Oh, just bankers. Just take everything I've got. Just face scan me. Oh, the media saying it's good to have the laptops watching your kids at home. Oh, it's so good that there's mercury in the shots. Oh, the fluoride is so good. Oh, people dying everywhere of cancer and brain damage all around you. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's such a blessing. Oh, it's so good for us. It's so wonderful. Oh, government's so wonderful. The private central banks are so sweet and loving, and they help us so much, and we're just so thankful. And how dare the states fight back as the borders implode and Mexico collapses and say they might actually arrest illegal aliens. Oh, that's so terrible. Oh. This is how disgusting it is and how sick of it I am. Of course every state's going to collapse. Of course they're going to take everything you've got. And the government bureaucrats and bankers are going to move into your houses, move into your farms. They're going to raise taxes on every level. They're going to have their way with you until you go into the county commissioners' courts and the city councils and the state houses until you realize the solution is looking you in the mirror and you're going to have to stand up on the front line against this tyranny because it's coming in like a flood. More financial news straight ahead, and then your phone calls and a bunch of other key information today. I'm getting wound up. Stay with us. You can't hide from this. You can't run away. Tyranny can be met in only one way. Head on. To put the pedal to the metal. This isn't a game of chicken because we're not going to turn. We are going to go straight forward. I mean, when you turn television on, radio on, it is almost 100% blanket, absurdist brainwashing of how the government loves you and provides everything, how the bankers love you, how the economy is getting better when every indicator shows it is completely imploding. I mean, it's like Dr. Paul Craig Roberts said. He's the father of Reaganomics. They are willfully destroying the economy by design. But we have the UN. We have Maurice Strong. We have Ted Turner. We have all these globalists. We have the Goldman Sachs internal documents. They're the ones funding the carbon tax, saying they want to destroy our economy. You have the head of the IMF saying the good times are over for Europe and America. We're going to take your pension funds that you paid into. And guess what? We got a bunch of people with low IQs, with automatic weapons that are going to work for us and do what we tell them. Now, despite the fact that they've tried to only hire dumb cops, every time I mention this, I get emails saying, is it true? Just Google, police department does not hire officers with over 100 IQ. And the internal documents show they want cops with about 85 IQs. Let me tell you, 85 is pretty stupid. You know, they can tie their shoelaces, they can do basic things like that, but an 85 IQ, you're talking about somebody almost at moron level. 100. There have been lawsuits all over the country, in Dallas and Philadelphia and New York and L.A. That's been a policy in place for at least 20 years. Because, the average cop listening to me right now can't even understand what I'm saying. They just say, terrorists, terrorists. The government made the sun come up. The government made the grass grow. The government made the... And they've been trained that the Tea Party people are terrorists and that the gun owners are terrorists. And they'll do whatever they're told. Don't make fun of the communist Chinese. They got suckered into going along with it. Don't make fun of the Nazis. They got suckered in. I've studied the Europe at that time. The Germans were much more moral people than we are today. And they bought the lie. They drank the Kool-Aid. And let me tell you something, we drank it. We drank more than any modern society's ever guzzled down, and this country is cursed and is going to hell. Okay, you understand that. We are on a burning ship crashing into icebergs right now. We are on fire. Shields are down. Red level emergency. And they're just going to incrementally, like we're a hog on a spit, just keep turning us around in circles over that fire, slow roasting us. Oh, it makes me so sad. And look, I know there are a lot of really smart police. But the point is the government doesn't want smart ones. And the smart people end up maybe making sergeant after 25, 30 years. But the thuggish, roid-head nuts with devil tattoos all over them, they're going to the top. And you've heard the military call in who's trained with the police, and it's the military over and over again that's actually shocked by the cops, how they talk about us like we're scum, we're trash, how they can't wait to wage war on us. And that doesn't mean every department or every group of cops, but that's where the globalists want this to go. And the government is criminal and is destroying the economy by design. They are going to incrementally wreck our lives. Of course Obama spent more money than all presidents before him combined. That's the whole point. That's the plan. Bankruptcy to the bankers. It's fraud. Your call straight ahead.